While the ID buzz is all the buzz right now, I actually want to talk about Volkswagen's other EV, the ID.4. This is a 2024 ID.4S, which is the ID.4's standard trim with all the upgrades, including the 12.9-inch screen and 20-inch rims, and of course the panoramic roof. Pretty much the standard ID.4, but I consider it like the luxury version of the standard edition. It also comes with the leather-like interior, including a massage setting in the driver's seat and the passenger seat. I tried out the massage seats actually, and it's kind of hard to show you guys what it looks like on camera. It just basically feels like some rollers that are going up and down your back, and it might kind of loosen you up on a long drive. But even though it's supposed to kind of relax you on a long drive, the ID.4's range is pretty limited, especially with the S version. It only gets about 206 miles of range on a 100% charge. But that type of range is pretty good for everyday commutes and short drives, and even possibly short road trips. But you have to kind of look out for chargers on the way. Now, I actually think the ID.4 is a perfect vehicle for someone who is thinking about getting their first EV, mainly because it's very simple and it drives like a normal ICE vehicle. So why don't we just go in and take a drive and I'll show you what I mean. All right, so we're driving in the ID.4 and I kind of say that it drives like a normal ICE car because there is two ways to drive the ID.4. The first way is just a normal drive mode. Basically, it feels exactly like you would be driving in a normal ICE car. It doesn't have regenerative brakes or anything like that. It doesn't really slow down. It kind of keeps the speed that you're on like a normal ICE vehicle does. It doesn't really slow down once you let go of the gas. It only slows down once you hit the brakes. The second mode is what they call B mode, or basically regenerative brake mode. And in regenerative brake mode, it feels a little bit more like a normal EV, where you kind of can do one pedal driving like other EVs. It doesn't slow down as much as other EVs do on B mode. You're still eased into the braking. It's not as harsh as like a Rivian or a Tesla or anything like that. It's pretty soft when it comes to the regenerative brake. It's not slowing you down dramatically fast. So it is a little bit more comfortable in that way, including these, I should say not modes, but types, drive type B and drive type D, where type D is more like what you're driving in a normal car, and type B is more of what you would think of when you're driving an EV. Along with the two driving types, there are three different modes as well. There's Eco, there's Comfort, and then there's Sport. For the first one, Eco, it's what you kind of think eco driving would be. It kind of limits your top speed unless you're kind of really pressing down on the gas on the ID.4. It also eases you into the acceleration when you press on the gas. And it also tries to save as much energy as possible in the climate modes and everything like that. Now in comfort mode, it's kind of the mix of eco and sport. So the acceleration's a little bit faster. There's a little bit more response in your steering. Just all around, just giving you a little bit more comfort in your drive. And in sports mode, it gives you basically the full power of the ID.4, and the steering wheel is much more responsive, as well as the gas pedal is much more responsive as well. Now with the two driving types and the three modes, they all kind of drive a little differently. If you're driving in type D and you're doing it in eco mode or comfort mode, in type D there's no regenerative brakes. It basically just keeps your speed just like a normal ICE car, so it doesn't try to regenerate power while you're driving. Now in sports mode in type D, that doesn't really matter because it will just overwrite that setting and it will do the regenerative braking for you. It'll brake harder for you. It doesn't keep your speed or anything like that in sports mode in type D driving. So basically sports modes takes over that and it gives you regenerative braking. It also brakes harder when you're driving in sports mode. Now, what I want to kind of point out in Type D driving is that the brake pedal is a little bit squishy for me in eco and comfort mode, mainly because what it does is that the first part of your braking is actually just regenerative braking. It doesn't actually use the physical brake for your braking. It's doing regenerative braking while you're braking. It actually feels a little soft when you're pushing on the brake. It's actually doing regenerative braking and not your physical brakes. So it actually does your physical brakes at the very end right before you completely stop. Now in Type B driving, where you have regenerative brakes, it doesn't keep your speed and it doesn't drive like a normal vehicle. It drives like a EV would. Once you lift off of the accelerator, it will start to stop the car. It doesn't stop you as hard as a Tesla or a Rivian or some of the other EVs do. It actually kind of eases you into the brake, and then it doesn't actually fully stop at the end. You actually have to push on the brake pedal to completely stop. What's kind of nice about the brakes is that if I come to a complete stop like this right now, and then I press on the brakes on a hill like this, it'll completely stop. It's on auto hold right now. I'm gonna actually change it to Type D driving now as well. So it's pretty nice when you're coming to a complete stop that you don't actually have to hold on the brakes. So basically, like other EVs, it's just hill hold. Now, as far as driving goes, the ID.4 is very capable. It feels very comfortable in here driving the car. One of the things that surprises me the most about driving the ID.4 is from the outside, the nose of the car doesn't look like it's dipping down all that much. But while I'm sitting here driving it, it feels like the nose has dipped down quite a bit. I actually can't see the nose of the car at all. I actually just see all of the road. So I do feel like I have a lot of visibility while driving the ID.4. So something I wanted to kind of show everyone as well, so you can see a little bit better in this angle. Hopefully, there are two driving types, the D and the B. And so you can press the lever right here for the drive type. So once is for Type D, where you're just kind of driving it like a normal car. And then Type B is where you're more like a normal EV type of driving, where you get a lot of brake regen. And then you can just kind of set it to neutral or reverse, and then you'll get this reverse camera here. It's a pretty simple reverse camera, and then there's a button right here for park. So pretty easy. Here are all your apps right here: your telephone, your radio, your navigation, your vehicle, your charging. So like if you click on your charging, you can kind of set where you want your optimal charging to be set at. Right now it's being set at 90%. And then to kind of get out of any of the apps that you're in, you can kind of click this blue grid here. It'll take you back to the menu screen. So your App Connect app and your user app and your sound app. Of course, your ambient light. Of course, you can set the custom as well. And then all your climate and everything like that. And then what I was talking about here is to get to your mode settings, your three modes: eco, comfort, and then sports. So you can see that the mood kind of changes color. This is light blue, dark blue, and then sports is red. Custom is yellow. You can kind of customize whichever way you want to. Just kind of click here, and then you can customize the way you want to in your settings. This is sports, this is comfort, and this is eco. So you can kind of set that. And then that's pretty much it for the car. You have assist as well, you can actually press the assist button right here as well, and then it'll show you that as well. And then for your climate, you can actually go back to menu, or you can just click this and it'll take you to your climate control, set whatever temperature you want. You can sync up your seats as well. And then for your massage seats, it's actually down here, and if you press this button right here, that will start the massage seats. And that's if you have the massage seat option in your car. That is pretty much it for the ID.4. It's a great car to drive. It's pretty simple. It's a great car for anyone who is looking to get into an EV. Now for the 2024 version, the standard and the S is a little bit low on the range side, only 206 miles of range. But as of 2025, it looks like they are cutting out the standard and the S version. I only saw for the 2025 version the Pro as their lowest model, and then of course the Pro S as the more upgraded version of the Pro. So it kind of went Pro, all-wheel drive Pro, Pro S, all-wheel drive Pro S, and then all-wheel drive Pro S Plus. So it looks like they cut down on their variants by one trim. They only have those 5 trims now. And if they're starting at the Pro range, you're getting 291 miles of range on the Pro range. So that's pretty nice. So that actually allows you to do a lot more traveling and probably helps with range anxiety. And the ID.4 Pro actually starts at $45,000, and then it goes all the way up to $57,000 for the all-wheel drive Pro S Plus. And if you're just getting into the EV market, I think the ID.4 is a very good contender. But with that, thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to Gas and Watts and like the video. I'll see you next time.